Broly will be returning to Dragon Ball. I repeat, this is not a drill. Broly will be returning to Dragon Ball. So, if you didn't hear the news already, Broly will be returning to Dragon Ball. Broly will be returning as the main villain in the upcoming Dragon Ball Super movie, which is appropriately titled Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now that I've had a few days to really process this news and get myself hyped for this, I've started to wonder, hold on, what? How can Broly be as strong as Goku? We're talking Goku here. We're talking Goku. He freaking creates universes just by standing there, or whatever this was. Does anyone know what this is? So, as of right now, we don't really know much about the whole ordeal. However, we can theorize, and that's what I do best. Or so I tell myself. So if you haven't seen my video where I discuss Broly returning as a whole and give my take on how I think he can return alongside my thoughts on the news, you can check that video out after. I'll put a link in the description, but I wanted to try take a stab at how Broly gets so powerful, because let's be real, if Broly from the original Broly movie tried to take on post-tournament of Power Goku, it would look a bit like this. Kakarot, I'm going to kill you. Oh man, I was hoping for a good fight. So yeah, obviously something must be done for this guy to get even remotely close to this level, so let's talk about that. But firstly, before anyone comments, I'd just like to point out, I'm aware that this Broly is a completely new Broly. The previous 3 Broly films are not canon to the main Dragon Ball timeline, and this, however, this will be canon to the main timeline. Bio Broly, it never happened, keep telling yourself that. So one thing we have to keep in mind is how power works in Dragon Ball, I guess. Think way back to how strong Raditz was at the start of Dragon Ball Z compared to Goku, and then how strong Frieza was, and then how strong Buu was, and now how strong Jiren is. Post-tournament of Power Goku could freaking punch Cell with one punch and see you later, Cell. My power scaling's actually pretty off. So how does a random Saiyan get to the strength of Super Saiyan Blue? Well, let's look at that. So my first idea of how Broly gets stronger than Goku in this movie, because just keep in mind, Goku went through years and years of training to get to this level, and we're also just assuming Broly is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue because if Broly shows up and he isn't stronger, they don't really have a movie, do they? Anyway, my first theory as to how Broly is so strong in this movie is this new form. We don't know if they're going to be sticking with the legendary Super Saiyan form and story structure, but one thing we do know is this is definitely some type of transformation. Many people believe that this is the berserk form or rage transformation, similar to the one that Kale had, and that kind of makes sense. Kale was found by Cauliflower. I don't know her name. Kale was found by this bitch. Kale was found as an orphan, so she could be somewhere down Broly's bloodline, and this rage transformation could be consistent, even though I'm going to be pretty shocked if this guy is on the same level of Super Saiyan Blue just by getting pissed off. But who knows? It's Dragon Ball. Anything could happen. So my second idea of how Broly could get so strong is probably the most unlikely. It's training. And yeah, I know, who could see Broly training? Maybe Power Ghost knew of Goku and Vegeta residing on Earth, and he planned an attack on the Saiyans or something like that, and his secret weapon was brutal trailing for Broly mixed with this new transformation equals one strong motherfucker. If we think of the way Frieza works, he was born strong, and then when he trained, he was able to get to the level of Super Saiyan God Goku within a few months. If the same theory was applied to Broly, that could make sense for his strength, but I'm really betting it all on this damn transformation. And my final theory to explain why Broly is so strong is an interesting one. I personally feel that in a simplified manner, Broly's strength will be explained through his legendary transformation, as I keep saying. It's probably going to be that simple, and I'm thinking this thing could be on par with Ultra Instinct, even stronger than Jiren, because that's how the plot works. In pretty much every case, the new villain is bigger and better than the previous one. Anyway, it would be really cool if they took another approach to his strength, and I'm talking something unique, and that approach is him being genetically modified in a way. As unlikely as this is, could you imagine how cool it would be if Frieza's soldiers found Broly, genetically modified him to be strong, and they used him for revenge against Goku and Vegeta? I have way too high hopes for this movie. Anyway, those are the ways I think Broly could get his strength to compete with Goku and Vegeta. We're getting the trailer for this film next week. I'm really looking forward to it, and you can bet that I'll be making 50 videos on it. Let me know how you guys think Broly has gotten this strong. I mean, strong enough to compete with these guys, that is. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like. That would be awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.